in John chapter 20, there's a lot of emotion. First with Mary Magdalene, and then with the disciples of Jesus. So I'm going to start reading in John chapter 20 and verse 11. Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw two angels in white seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. They asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "They have taken my Lord away," she said, "and I don't know where they have put him." At this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not realize that it was Jesus. "Woman," he said, "why are you crying? Who is it that you are looking for?" Thinking he was the gardener, she said, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him." Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned toward him and cried out in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet returned to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am returning to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went to the disciples with the news, "I have seen the Lord." And she told them that he had said these things to her. So Mary has all of this emotion in the chapter. She's weeping, she's grieving, she's uncertain. And it's interesting that she certainly knew who Jesus was, and it's strange that she did not immediately recognize him. Some people think it's because she was so emotionally distressed and because she had these tears in her eyes. But she is asked by both the angels and then by Jesus, "Why are you crying? And who are you looking for?" And I find it interesting that Jesus did not immediately reveal himself to Mary. It wasn't because he was playing some trick on her, but it was to break her unbelief and her forgetfulness of Jesus' promise of the resurrection. I also want us to notice that there were angels in her midst as well as Jesus. Both were present, even though initially she didn't know it. What about us and our circumstances? Are there times where we don't even know that the angels of God are in our presence, or that Jesus is right here with us? It goes on to talk about the disciples in verses 19 to 21, where it says, "On the evening of that first day of the week, when the disciples were together with the doors locked for fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood among them and said, 'Peace be with you.' After this, he showed them his hands and side. The disciples were overjoyed when they saw the Lord. Again, Jesus said, 'Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, I am sending you.'" They are behind locked doors. They are fearful. They are hiding. And I want us to recognize here that Jesus doesn't berate them for being fearful and for hiding, but instead he offers them peace. Their circumstances haven't changed at all, but what does change is the presence of Jesus. And he reminds them that he wants to give them peace, this sense of well-being that comes from having a relationship with the Father, and that love that he has for us. During these strange times that we're in right now, I am excited. When it's all done, I'm going to be excited to hear from our families and to hear how you have grown through this experience, how your faith has grown, how your walk with the Lord has deepened, how you have discovered, again, the peace that comes from Jesus Christ. It's not a peace to hunker down, but it's a peace that we can fulfill our purpose in any time, no matter how scary. The doors were locked, but Jesus got in anyway. I'd like to finish this devotional time with a song called "Peace in Christ" by the a cappella group Lucca. And the lyrics begin with this: "When there's no peace on earth, there is peace in Christ." I hope you enjoy this beautiful arrangement.